talking about the news. Is it fake or true? While we sipping on some brew.
I hate sleeping in my car, so I found a campsite. It was free, but there was I guess, a stipulation.
You had to suck 18 guys' dicks.
I think I would have preferred to do that. I would have preferred to suck 18 dicks in a row rather than hiking a mile.
It would have been more comfortable.
Yeah. Hiking in the mile is not a big deal, but when you get back to the campsite at 3 a.m. after a night of doing shows.
Oh, fuck that shit.
And you have to fucking hike in pitch black. It's 50-degree weather. It's cold. Yeah.
No.
It sucks. But you know what? It was awesome, though. I had a great time. I had a great fucking time. And yes, I did do a show last night. I did Urban Farm Thursday. And then I was in the hippie district on Friday.
That's a district in...
that's all of San Francisco.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, because you've lived there,
specific
right?
one, the Haight-Ashbury.
Yeah. That's like the sort of central.
It's really called Haight-Ashbury?
Yeah, but it's like H-E-I-G-H-T.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or like
okay.
H-A-I-G-H-T.
Yeah, it's,
right.
And it's an intersection where kind of like the Summer of Love 63 or whatever started.
That's why
there.
it always was so
Grateful
funny to
Dead
me
and
that it
shit
was
like
called
that.
Haight-Ashbury.
Because it's H-A-T-E.
Because it's Summer of Love and it's
not
supposed to
hate.
like all hippies and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think they whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of history down there, man. I was checking it out. There's like a lot of pictures of like the Grateful Dead and Janis Joplin and
I'm sure.
Hendrix, that they performed around there. I went and saw the Grateful Dead house, which is really fucking cool.
What's the Grateful Dead house?
It's, I guess, a house where the Grateful Dead lived during the 60s and 70s.
Oh,
and it's just up the street from
where
that
like
main
Jerry
avenue.
Garcia lived.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess they used to come down there and jam just in random storefronts.
Yeah, my friend's uncle owned a place up there, and I guess like the prior owner was Graham Nash of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and there's all kinds of like stash spots like in the walls he found after he bought the place. Like it just slides to the side, and you can there's like little cubbies
really?
and compartments. I'm sure
they
for
can
just
hide
like hide all their fucking drugs and
their
whatever. Who
stash.
the fuck knows? But
Yeah, right. Whatever they hide.
yeah. But
Hide
whatever
the
it
fuckers in
is.
the wall when they don't want to cooperate.
yeah.
I gotcha.
So you said you hate sleeping in your car, so you went to a campsite. That's
Yeah.
funny because whenever I go to a campsite, I sleep in my car.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much. I pull up, I'm like, all right, we're here. Okay. I just
Turn on the seat warmers and recline.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just can't get comfortable in a car
No,
seat, man.
yeah, no, I
and
hear you
just
there.
need to sleep well. I need to sleep flat.
Flat.
Just even if I only get, like I said, I got back to the campsite at 3:30 in the morning last night. I was
that
up
sounds
at,
like
I
a
was
nightmare.
Up at 7:30.
That
I was
sounds
up
like
by
a fucking
7:30. I only
nightmare.
slept 4 hours, but I felt great. And I almost bitched out. I was like, "Fuck! I'm just gonna sleep in my car."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I know that I have to drive tomorrow, and if I don't,
You knew your
sleep,
back. Yeah, you need your back or your neck.
Yeah.
See, my neck is usually the thing. Like if I sleep in my seat in my car, I'm okay. The only part of me that is the weak link in the chain is my neck. Like basically, I like slept like in a. Ow, that hurt actually just doing that.
Because the pain when you sleep like that comes in like a hurricane.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys want to try some of this syrup, man? Oh,
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
background for you.
It came in like a hurricane.
That syrup is
It came
gonna.
in like a hurricane.
It's gonna hit you like a hurricane. That's for damn sure.
So what do? You just
All right.
drink it?
Yeah, man. You just. Oh shit, that's a lot. But
It's like fluorescent.
yeah. It's
Okay,
green
so
apple.
Ray has this
It-
cool shit. Can I see that bottle?
It's like ecto cooler, like
Okay,
high
yeah,
C
it
ecto
does.
cooler,
It
like
looks like-
Slimer.
Story behind
Yeah.
that. I actually won that at the show last night. They had a raffle, and basically the way the raffle worked
Yeah.
was they they passed around a giant bag of weed, about yay big. And there was like 3 people, me and a couple
Smell
of
that.
other guys.
Yeah.
And they gave us the bag, and they're like, "How much does this weigh?" It's kind of like a county fair kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like
you had to
yeah,
guess.
exactly.
Whoever got the closest guy.
Yeah,
How many
dude,
gumballs in the
dude,
jar?
I hit it right on the money. I got it, and I'm like, "This is 14 ounces," and they're like, "What the fuck? That's
Holy
exactly
shit.
14 ounces."
Wow.
And I got the syrup.
Damn,
then-
dude, that's so
Yeah.
cool. So
Now
how
you
much-
got the syrup.
Yeah, now you
Yeah.
got the
I got
scissor.
the scissor.
How much would that cost? You think?
I don't know.
Like how much? How many milliliters?
800 milligrams.
Oh shit!
Liter
Oh,
gram
here,
meters.
Ooh, yeah.
830 milligrams concentrated.
Oh fuck! Yes, I would like some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just probably
give me
pour a
your-
little
give me
bit
your
in
shot
the
glass.
Oh wow! So it looks like some straight ectoplasm
Yeah, it
cooler,
looks like some like
and it's
Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Like
left it behind.
Slimer shit.
and it smells just like tequila. No, that's because I poured
It's
it.
kind
into
of like
a-
kind of like
Put
beer.
some tequila in there, man.
It's like beer.
Double whammy, motherfucker.
I think I'm just gonna shoot it like that.
Like it just kind of seemed hilarious. One, and this isn't something new. This happens all the time. Colbert came in and did it to
Yeah, that's
George
right.
Bush.
That's right.
And
That's right.
mind you, this is the second one of Trump's terms, and he has not gone to either one of them.
Yeah.
Because he's so fragile, and his ego is so big that he knows he wouldn't be able to.
My ego's not fragile. Okay,
It's the best. I've got the best ego. The genes.
the most popular ego.
You heard the
People
best.
love my ego. They love my ego. You know who loves my ego? Mexico.
You know who
Mexico.
loves my ego?
Mexicans love my
Lego
ego.
my ego.
Lego my ego.
I love to start my
that's
day
a new thing.
with
That's what we're gonna
milk
say
and
from
an
now on.
ego waffle.
China loves my ego. Everyone loves my ego.
But I just thought that was funny because they're always talking about how fragile, and then the minute they were called out on their shit. It wasn't even that bad, and it was
To be honest, I didn't hear it.
It was across the board.
Can you give me? Can you sum it up?
She said the one big one.
What was the big one that she said?
She
to
said that
Sa-
she
about-
lies all the time
Yeah.
to the point where she burns her lies and uses the ashes to put on her smoky
Mascara.
eye mascara. And then she's like, maybe it's Maybelline, maybe it's just lies. And so I just called her out on her bullshit and lies. Which guess what?
But she's the
that's
press
kind
secretary.
That's kind of your job also. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody was making it, and they were like, you were talking about her appearance. She never said anything about her lazy eye or her being a fat cunt.
Okay. All right.
Never said anything about that.
All right.
It's actually a pretty clever joke. I like that.
Yeah.
No, it sounded like
and
it was.
she talked about the Democrats and basically how it's so hard to make fun of them because they don't do anything. And she made fun of the press. She said,
It's
hey,
true.
the press, you guys are always talking about Donald Trump and how he's making money off the presidency.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You guys are making money off of him. But she did it in a very funny way. Again, I'm not her writer. I don't have all the jokes. But it was pretty standard.
Did you see any of it?
Yeah, I watched a
Did
little
you think
bit.
it was funny?
It was typical. It's,
Yeah.
it's political humor. It's playing to a side,
Was it the kind of shit where one side would laugh and the other wouldn't?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Republicans wouldn't laugh,
Yeah.
Democrats would,
Yeah.
and then the other way around.
Yeah, of course. But again, at the same time, like the correspondence dinner, like this, mind you, this administration has taken probably the hardest stance that we've seen in the last few decades
Yeah.
on the press. I mean, they have literally used
Yeah.
the term fake news, put it into the American lexicon. So,
Yeah.
like, the correspondence, which is a dinner for the press, isn't going to be like, oh, okay, well, let's be nice to Trump and
Yeah.
those people. Like, it's kind of like this is our
And that's why.
opportunity
So,
to say
so
fuck
didn't he
you.
Didn't he say that they weren't even allowed to have?
Well,
press there?
he was talking about canceling
Okay.
the correspondence dinner.
But he didn't?
He can't. It's
Yeah,
not
he
up
can't.
to him.
Right.
And that's another thing. Trump
Okay.
thinks that being president literally
can
means
just- he can
everything
do
is
everything,
his, and
yeah.
it's his power. It's his FBI, his Justice Department. So there was that, and it just as comedians, like
Yeah.
it's kind of one of those things where, like, there's.
But isn't that supposed to be in the format of the dinner?
It's kind of a roast. The whole
Yeah.
kind of concept is
Yeah.
the roast. Yeah.
So,
Uh,
so it's,
He is what we call in Mother Russia, a man bitch.
and that's kind of what was so funny about this is that how
I don't like
quickly
him. He hunts with shirt
the
on.
Republicans were up in arms and grasping their pearls at how bad this was, and it's like,
Okay. Well, let's talk about this for a second. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck. I guess I lean more right, but I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Republican.
What
But he's
what
a-
does that mean then?
I don't
That
know.
You
Well,
lean more
well,
right?
it mean, it,
meaning like-
no, you mean
He's like-
left.
he's
You
like-
lean
I
left.
lean more left.
He's fiscal conservative, so
Right,
he like,
that's
I don't even know.
but he's
I
a
have no
social
fucking idea.
liberal.
So financially, like Republican,
Yeah.
but on all
He's
the
all about
issues,
abortion.
all the issues
Gays
that,
can be married.
Yeah.
all the
smoke
issues that
weed.
matter, liberal.
Yeah,
But
poor kids should
basically-
be able to get food at school. We should pay
Right.
teachers more. Pay police
But,
officers.
Well, hold on about poor people getting food at school. All right, let's not go crazy. No, I'm kidding. Like,
So
yeah.
basically,
Slit
keep
the
your
brakes.
hands off my money.
Yeah, don't
Government,
touch my
yeah.
money.
Figure out how to pay for all those cool social
Yeah.
programs other ways
Other
besides
ways.
my money.
You pay with yeah.
For sure.
yeah.
No, dude, I can
Paid
ta-
for
I
those
can
social
totally
programs with
fucking
other
did that.
social programs.
yeah.
Dude, take 10% of the military budget and you could fix everything else, all the other problems.
Oh,
You know
well,
what I mean? But they just
I do.
can't and won't do that.
I agree with that.
Won't.
What I think we need to have, what I think would be the best thing, the way we could really help government would be to have one government entity that is created whose job it is, and they are on the hook. They have to do this or they will be fired. There has to be some repercussion. Their job is to make the government spend money better.
It's called. They do have that. It's called Congress, but they can't do what you said there because then they would lose their job. So it's their job to do budget,
Really?
but they can't be held accountable because then they will lose their job. So they basically say
We're learning stuff
we
here at
make the
Current
laws.
Content today,
we make
ladies
the
and gentlemen.
laws so like we. I mean, you can eventually vote them out.
So that's what Congress.
That's what Congress is supposed to do.
One
That's
of
what
their-
it's
that's one of their jobs.
Allocate
Yeah.
where the
They're-
money gets spent.
Yes.
That's one of their jobs.
Yeah. And
They're the legislative branch.
So they put it into
Right?
play, and usually the executive branch comes up with a budget, and then they send it to Congress. They look
Okay.
at it, and they craft
I
a
see it.
budget and make it into legislation.
And that's why
So
it's
they
such
allocate-
a cluster fuck
Yes,
job
yes.
every single single
and
time.
how it's so politicized.
Because there's no fucking way all those jerk-offs could agree on the color of shit,
Well,
let
and
alone
again,
anything
if they
in the
don't
world.
do anything, then they can stay in their job, and they can't say they made a tough decision that will affect them one way or the other.
'Cause
Because no
it's
one
better
wants to
just to say
make
no.
those.
Yeah,
you
just
just don't
keep
do
saying no.
anything
The thing
and kick
is
it down
that
the road.
originally, I mean, our government is based on ancient Greek government, and when you were a senator or a representative, it was not meant to be a lifetime
Right.
job.
Right.
You did it for 4 years, and
Yeah.
then they said, "All right, fuck off, next
bye."
guy." This is a
Yeah.
public duty.
Yeah.
And these guys are
Duty.
so concerned. Yeah, duty, right? These guys are so concerned with
staying in
exactly
Washington, which is
Well, they
what
also-
the
they
Clintons were
make
trying to
so
do.
much money, not only because of their salary, but all the lobby money.
Well,
that
and
they
their
make.
pension
Their
and
pen- yeah,
their
yeah.
stipends that they get, their annuals, like
Bro.
they get six figures. They get all the health insurance that they'll literally not give to us.
Right.
They'll
Yeah.
literally
Right.
argue and say you don't deserve it. You have to work hard to get it, and then they'll get elected and take free health care.
Here's the thing that I don't understand, man, is that as far as I understand, the point of government has 3 jobs, and only 3 jobs: to keep its citizens safe, to keep its citizens healthy, and to keep its citizens educated. That is literally the only point of government. That is literally what government is when it was created. Right? It is a system that we all pay into to make sure that it is self-perpetuating, so that we educate, keep healthy, and safe the next generation, so that we can be safe and not have to live in the fucking mountains. Right? But somewhere along the line, this shit has been hijacked. Right? And it's just capitalistic now. It's
Yeah,
all
I
about
was gonna
money.
That's what I'm
say-
saying. That's
I was
when
gonna
it,
say-
that's
Money,
where it
money,
breaks
money.
down. Is when it became this whole, where all of that stuff that you said became a bad thing, wrapped in socialism, communism. In the
Right.
50s with the Red
here's the
Scare, they said all that taking care of everybody is for the
Eric-
birds.
Eric's
No,
ethos is
forget- but
socialism and
I don't
communism.
understand how people could be so stupid that they bought into that. It's like, dude, you're literally paying taxes, and your taxes should only go to those 3 things.
Because people were going to jail over it, because there was Joseph McCarthy literally sending people to jail because he thought. And then people got so afraid that they were going to go to jail, they started pointing out everybody in their neighborhood.
How did Joseph McCarthy end up, by the way?
He probably died of alcoholism.
He did.
Yes.
He went batshit crazy and died of alcoholism by himself.
Well, and his lawyer,
the way he deserved.
I want to
die.
say his
Like
lawyer
the piece of shit
is
that he was.
who Trump idolizes as sort of the loyalist.
Really?
I want to say
Ty Cobb?
no, not Trump's lawyer. The lawyer for
Did you say time
McCarthy.
cop, Charlie?
Time cop? You're never going to be a time cop.
But that's
No, that's good. That's
another
solid.
thing.
Would you say that Trump's lawyer...
It came in like a hurricane.
Well, apparently the FBI came in like a hurricane on his office, his hotel, his home, and his apartment. And
do you think when they came in, they said...
Goddamn rich cunt.
I would say so.
Were they like this?
I kill rich cunts.
Do you know who that is? Ray?
9.
Okay, let's do a little movie
Okay.
thing. Okay, you don't know who
Yes.
that was?
No, I
All right,
do not.
Let me play it one more time.
Okay.
Just one more time. I'll play the first one.
Goddamn rich cunt.
I'll give you a hint. It's Jeff Goldblum
Okay.
from Death Wish.
I've never seen that.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
No, I have not.
It's a 70s movie, so it's about 2,000 years too long. Like
Okay.
a chase scene in the
Right.
70s takes 20 minutes. Like you see every single like shot and setup the guy runs through. It's so ridiculous. However, the nitty gritty of that movie is really good. Like, but it's just it takes
It's
forever.
a movie in the 70s,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. But but Jeff Goldblum is one of the 3 thugs that run into Charles Bronson's wife and daughter's house. They pretend they're grocery deliverers, and they open the door and they come in and rape and like really brutalize his wife and his daughter. And one of the things that
Goddamn rich cunt.
Jeff Goldblum keeps saying that basically, and I always think it's so funny because
That
I see him on
sounds like
TV
The beginning of
talking about the apartment internet.
What was that movie? Law-abiding citizen. Did you guys watch that?
Is that with Viggo
Gerard Butler? And,
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, I haven't seen that.
I mean, I saw it once, but I couldn't.
It's a really fucking good movie. I saw
It
like
also
3
sounds
times
like
in
The
theaters.
Exorcist. Like, you know what she did?
Yeah,
Yo, cunting daughter. Just a side note. So yes, the lawyer for Joseph McCarthy was Ray Cohen.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
was Trump's
dad.
was
of
Trump's
Mr. The other Cohen that's in trouble right now.
I don't know if he's related, but he was Trump's lawyer for a good portion of the 70s and 80s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it comes from a good line.
Okay. All right, I have one other movie. So what movie did this come from?
Would you like to go to hell with me?
That actually sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you.
Let me try it one more time. Eric, you can see if you can try it too.
Would you like to go to hell with me?
Wait, that's fucking South Park.
Yeah.
Good
That's
one.
Satan.
Good one.
Yeah.
Good. I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Storm.
Yeah, it's at the, yeah.
Come on, guy. Hey, guy. Hey, relax, guy.
Dude,
Hey, guy.
when that movie came out, I was in 7th grade. I was 12 years old when that movie came out.
Yeah.
And I saw this fucking movie, right? That shit ruined me.
Oh, it's the
Just
fucking
ruined
funniest.
me. I laughed for 2 days after seeing that fucking movie. That's between that movie, between South Park, Eminem,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
pornography.
Yeah.
I am the man that you see before you today. Those are that's a trifecta, the forces of nature that had shaped my destiny.
Okay, I have one other sound I want to play for you guys. Here it is. I think it's going to play. We'll see. This one's actually coming from the internet, so we'll see if it's going to be a cunt.
He's a climber, you know what you want.
Oh, here we go.
He's a climber. It sounds like
You already know what it is.
Is
It
that
is.
Nick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit. It is. Shh, just never mind what Eric said. Right here.
He's a climber, you know what you want. Tomato.
You see, I wouldn't have guessed it, but I heard
That's exactly what he says.
that's a fruit. You call me a fruit, Mick.
No, because if you listen, Rocky actually says what? He goes, climber. He goes, he's a climber. You know what you are? He goes, what? You're a tomato. And he goes, a tomato. Now the word I want to talk about is a tomato. How do you? Now listen. Here we go. There it is again.
He's a climber, you know what you want. Tomato.
You're a tomato.
Mick
I
hates
think you
tomato.
can actually hear the drool hit the
No
floor.
ketchup, no tomatoes.
You're a tomato.
My burger.
I'm not eating this sandwich. It's got a tomato on it.
I want a salad with
fucking
lettuce and onions and beets. No tomatoes.
Get this fucking tomato out of my face.
Catsup, no tomatoes.
Talking about the news. Is it fake or true? While we sipping on some brew.